Hello and welcome back to Clicks on the Side. Today we're going to be doing a 300-point modern theme team based around the S.H.I.E.L.D. keyword. With the latest Black Panther set, we've gotten quite a few options to go with, and I've been looking forward to putting this team together. So let's get started with the main piece from for this team, and we're going to be starting with, from the Black Panther set, number 031B Prime, Colonel James Rhodes. Didn't know if I wanted this guy or not, but I ended up pulling him in my brick, and I am very glad that I did. There he is. Colonel James Rhodes has the S.H.I.E.L.D. team ability, comes in at 80 points, and has the S.H.I.E.L.D. Stark Industries Armor, Politician, and Soldier keywords. Range of 5 with 3 targets, improved targeting through elevated and hindering. He comes with a trait, Remote Drone Piloting. During force construction, you may add 5 points to Colonel James Rhodes' cost up to 6 times. For each time you choose to do so, add a War Machine drone bystander to your starting force. Leadership. When Colonel James Rhodes uses it and succeeds, after resolutions generate a War Machine drone bystander. And we are going to take advantage of that for this team build and add 2 drone bystanders. And thanks to Mr. Jeremiah Peterson for getting these made up for me. These are just a couple of them. Great work as always. Oh, throw them on the back, and then there's Rhodey on the back. But yeah, there are my War Machine drones. There you see they do have flight with sidestep. They do have the S.H.I.E.L.D. team ability, a range of 4. We've got some energy explosion and some toughness. So for 10 points for 2 of those, very easy decision to make. It just gives me some taxis to carry up other characters. Back to Colonel Rhodes. Starts off with running shot, a special attack power, and a special defensive power with a blank damage power. And then has running shot, pulse wave, invulnerability, and range combat expert there towards the end. Let's take a look at those powers. His special attack power is Helicarrier Bombardment, Penetrating Psychic Blast. Power: for each War Machine drone bystander, choose an opposing character within range and line of fire of that bystander. Make a range attack that targets the chosen characters regardless of range and line of fire. Hit characters are dealt 2 damage instead of normal damage. So yeah, I love that power. You get to take your bystanders and just move them up the full 6, even let them sidestep up 2 more for a full 8. And let Colonel Rhodes stand back and do all the work at a very safe distance. Go ahead and do a power action. Let's say you have 2 drones out there. As long as there's somebody in range and line of fire of them, he can go ahead and take a shot at them for 2 penetrating damage each. Love that. Love it, love it. And then with that leadership, he can pop out even more. And with that attack, you get to do it with Colonel James Rhodes stats and not the bystanders. So it's a 12 attack for those with penetrating psychic blast. Yeah, very much a fan of that. And then let's take a look at his awesome defensive power, dodging shells, energy, shield, deflection, invincible, and super senses, and that is protected out with. Colonel James Rhodes is going to be an absolute menace to try to take out, especially with that leadership ability, bringing out even more of these generating even more of these bystanders. So yeah, was very happy to end up pulling him with what he can do. Joining in for the S.H.I.E.L.D. team from the newest starter set from Marvel, the 2025 Marvel starter set, we are bringing in Captain America. If you saw my unboxing, you knew this was only a matter of time before you're going to see him in team builds, and what better way than to put him with Rhodey. There is Cap. He is going to be coming in at 75 points for this build. He has the Avengers team ability, Avengers, Defenders, Shield, and Soldier keywords. Does have the trait Leading by Example. Other friendly characters within range and line of fire modified damage +1. Love that trait. Starts off with hypersonic speed, precision strike, a special defensive power, and leadership. Then goes into charge with some combat reflexes and close combat expert later on. Let's take a look at that special defensive power. It is energy shield deflection with super senses. When Captain America uses super senses, instead roll 2d6 and choose 1 to be the result. So just doubling up your chances that they will miss. Yeah, I love this Captain America. I really do. I'm so glad they put him in that starter set with those powers. It's what Sam Wilson Captain America should be. And then the sculpt, I gushed about it then, I'll gush about it now. I love how they treated this Sam Wilson. Definitely the cap we deserved. All right, coming up next, also from the Black Panther set, we're going to be looking at common number 010, Everett K. Ross. Nothing too big here, but he is going to be on the team for one reason only, and that is his trait. He does have the S.H.I.E.L.D. team ability, so that does help. And he does have the S.H.I.E.L.D. Wakanda and Politician keywords. Does have the trait S.H.I.E.L.D. Liaison to Wakanda. When establishing theme teams, friendly characters with the Wakanda keyword gain the S.H.I.E.L.D. keyword. Friendly characters with the Wakanda keyword have the S.H.I.E.L.D. team ability. For 25 points, that in itself is very helpful. It widens up your options for team members. Has a range of 4 with 1 target, stealth, no attack or damage powers, or attack or defensive powers with a special damage power. Then he goes to sidestep with precision strike, and then blank defense and damage. Well, let's take a look at his special damage power. Nope, I don't get fired. Perplex. Unique modifier. Whenever K. Ross uses Perplex, if the target has both the Wakanda and ruler keywords, you may choose to modify damage. Yeah, that's very nice. You gotta love that with any of the Wakandan rulers, whether it's Shuri or if it's M'Baku, or if it is super rare, number 043A, Black Panther. That's right. Thanks to Everett K. Ross, Black Panther has joined the ranks of S.H.I.E.L.D. and will be joining this team. There we are. He is going to be at his 40-point dial for this game, or for this team, and has the the Wakanda team ability. Avengers, Ultimates, Wakanda, Cosmic, Herald, Ruler, and Scientist keywords. And then he does have a couple traits. First trait is Vibranium Daggers. At the beginning of the game, add 2 Vibranium tokens to your sideline. Free, remove any 1 Vibranium token from your sideline. If you do, choose Black Panther or an adjacent unequipped friendly character, generate a Vibranium weapon equipment token, and equip it to the chosen character. Now, what those Vibranium weapon tokens do is that they give +1 to your damage. And you see he does have a second trait, and that second trait is Formulating a Response. Adjacent friendly characters that share a keyword with Black Panther have the Wakanda team ability. So that's going to give it to everyone. Super Senses, when Black Panther uses it, increase the D6 roll by +1 for each time that he targeted the attacker since the beginning of your last turn. At 40 points, he does have a range of 3 with 1 target, charge, a special attack power, combat reflexes, and perplex. And then later on, he can get sidestep with that special attack power, combat reflexes, and exploit weakness. Let's have a look at that special attack power. It is the Panther is always prepared. Blades, Claws, Fangs. When Black Panther uses it and when Black Panther uses it and the D6 result is 1 through 3, after resolutions add a Vibranium token to your sideline. Free, remove any one Vibranium token from your sideline to choose one. Make a range attack, or Black Panther can use Flurry until your next turn. Very, very nice. Gotta love that you can generate more of the Vibranium tokens. The idea for this character being on the team is to be able to give that +1 damage to other members. Primarily, Cap would be one I want to give it to, and then another character here in just a moment would get the other one for the +1. I also chose not to use the Herald keyword to put on a deity or make him an avatar, just for the fact if you wanted to give Black Panther himself the +1 to damage, because with Everett K. Ross and Black Panther, you could potentially get him up to a 5 damage without even doing the Blades roll. So yeah, I chose not to go the Herald route this time. You obviously can if you don't think the +1 to damage would come in handy for Black Panther himself. But I decided to go against it in case I did decide to equip one of them to Black Panther. All right, with Everett K. Ross, we are also able to bring in to S.H.I.E.L.D. from the Black Panther set, rare number 40, Ironheart. I was a little confused that we got this Ironheart along with a Legacy, but I really thought I was going to like the Legacy Ironheart more. But this has turned out to be my favorite Ironheart, and let me show you why. At 30 points for this team build, has the Wildcard team ability, Champions, Latveria, Stark Industries, Wakanda, Armor, and Scientist keywords. Has the trait Scan for Targets, Perplex. When Ironheart uses it to target a friendly character, that character can use improved targeting through hindering until your next turn. So odds are we're just going to use it on her. Does have a second trait, which is Natalie. Free. If Ironheart has 2 action tokens, make an attack. That's the thing I love about this character, is that you can use her as a taxi since she does have flight for her first power action, keep her at a safe distance. Then the second action, just move her up 7 no matter where, and find people who are in range and line of fire to do her special attack power, which we'll get to in just a moment. She does have a range of 5 with 2 targets, Force Blast, that special attack power, and Invulnerability with blank damage. Then she moves into Sidestep, Pulse Wave, Regen, and Outwit. But you want to try to keep her on that top click, because that special damage power, or special attack power, I'm sorry, is Micro Impact Precision Missiles, Penetrating Psychic Blast, Precision Strike, Range, 4 targets, make a range attack instead of normal damage. Hit targets are dealt 1 damage and are given an action token. So yeah, and that attack can be free if she has 2 action tokens already. So yeah, let her carry up another piece that can't fly on that first power action, and on turn number 2, move up to 7, find hopefully within range and line of fire of 4 targets. Let her perplex up her attack to an 11 to take a shot on all of them with her precision strike and her pin psi to do 1 penetrating damage each and give them each an action token. All of that for 30 points. That is a no-brainer. You're going to see her on more team builds because she has the armor keyword, she has the scientist keyword, she has the Wakanda keyword, and with the especially with the Iron Man coming out with Collector's Trove, that Stark Industries keyword could come into play as well. So yeah, very, very handy to have Ironheart. That does leave us with 40 points, and what S.H.I.E.L.D. team would be complete without everybody's favorite agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., Phil Coulson, number 025, uncommon from the Black Panther set. I know, no Nick Fury, but he just didn't fit what I was working for here. Phil Coulson does have, he's going to be starting off at his 40-point click. has the S.H.I.E.L.D team ability Avengers, S.H.I.E.L.D, Squadron Supreme, Politician, and Spy keywords. Starts off with Sidestep, a special attack power, ESD, and enhancement. Has a range of 5 with 2 targets. Let's see what that special attack power is. It is on loan from Fury's Armory. When Phil Coulson attacks, choose 1. This attack deals penetrating damage. Or target characters can't replace or positively modify their defense. So there goes any defend you might have, any ESD, any combat reflexes, any of that. But it's that first one. This attack deals penetrating damage that I'm most interested in. This is who I think Ironheart should carry up. And even if they end up staying beside each other, she can benefit from his enhancement, and then he can use his S.H.I.E.L.D team ability for her. I would also give one of the vibranium weapon tokens to Phil Coulson, so that he is now doing 4 penetrating damage with his range, with any attack, I should say. But you pretty much want to keep him at range for the S.H.I.E.L.D team ability with the range of 5 with 2 targets. A very cheap 4 penetrating damage that you can put on your team. Well, that's going to do it. That is my take on a 300-point modern theme team featuring the S.H.I.E.L.D keyword. Let me know what you think, if there's any changes you would make, or if you think this team will do well for me. But that has been it for me. Thank you very much, and until next time, this has been Clicks on the Side.